The Battle of Nicopolis, fought on September 25, 1396, was one of the last great Crusader campaigns of the Middle Ages. It was a desperate attempt by a European coalition, led by King Sigismund of Hungary, to stop the expansion of the Ottoman Empire under Sultan Bayezid I. However, the battle ended in a catastrophic defeat for the Crusaders, solidifying Ottoman dominance in the Balkans and marking the decline of medieval chivalry on the battlefield. Background: the Ottoman advance into Europe. By the late 14th century, the Ottoman Empire had conquered much of the Balkans, threatening the Christian kingdoms of Eastern and Central Europe. In response, Pope Boniface IX called for a crusade to push back the Ottomans and recapture key territories, particularly the city of Nicopolis, in modern-day Bulgaria. A massive Crusader army was assembled, led by King Sigismund of Hungary. It included French knights, Burgundians, Germans, Wallachians, Poles, and other European warriors. With over 16,000 to 25,000 troops, the Crusaders were confident they could defeat the Ottomans and drive them out of Europe. The opposing armies. The Crusader army was composed mainly of heavily armored knights, supported by Hungarian and Wallachian infantry. Their strategy relied on brute force and cavalry charges, a traditional method of European warfare. The Ottoman army, numbering around 15,000 to 20,000 soldiers, was led by Sultan Bayezid I, also known as the Thunderbolt. It included experienced Janissary infantry, Turkish cavalry, and Serbian vassal forces under Prince Stefan Lazarevic. The Ottomans were battle-hardened and used a mix of disciplined archers, light cavalry, and strategic positioning. The battle, a costly mistake. The battle began with the Wallachian forces attacking the Ottomans, but they were repelled. The French knights, eager for glory, ignored Sigismund's advice to proceed cautiously. Instead, they launched a reckless cavalry charge against the Ottoman front lines. Initially, they broke through the light Ottoman infantry, but Bayezid had prepared a trap, a second, stronger line of janissaries and archers who quickly surrounded and cut down the knights. As the French forces became exhausted and disorganized, the Ottoman cavalry launched a devastating counterattack. Meanwhile, the Hungarian forces, which were supposed to support the French, were also overwhelmed. The Crusader army collapsed and thousands were killed or captured. Aftermath: a crushing defeat for Christendom. The defeat at Nicopolis was disastrous for the Crusaders. Thousands of prisoners, including noble knights, were executed, while others were ransomed for huge sums. King Sigismund barely escaped, fleeing by boat across the Danube. The victory cemented Ottoman control over the Balkans, paving the way for the eventual fall of Constantinople in 1453. The battle also marked the decline of traditional medieval chivalry, proving that heavy cavalry alone could not defeat the more flexible and disciplined Ottoman forces. Legacy: the end of the crusading era. The Battle of Nicopolis was one of the last major crusades against the Ottomans and symbolized the shifting balance of power in Europe. While it failed to stop the Ottoman advance, it remains one of the most significant battles in the history of Christian-Muslim conflicts in the medieval period.